Naturally, as a woman in her soft girl era, we tend to want to prove what we can bring to the table when dating. We might cook, clean after them, shower them with loyalty and love. However, most women do not wait until they're actually exclusive with a person to do these things. And with that comes missed signs from your partner, and when reality strikes, you're hurt. So before you shower them with your love and affection, make sure they're not leading you on. Today we're going to discuss how to know when you're being led on. Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Sherrill, creator of How To, where you will learn how to navigate your dating life here on BAMS Media TV. Now before we get started, I would like for you guys to follow my videos on the BAMS Media TV social media platforms, which you will find in the captions written down below. You can also find my videos on the YouTube page, which you can like, share, and subscribe. Now, everyone has their own idea of what their version of love is, and it can be a tad bit stressful trying to navigate these single streets. One thing that I am a little scared of when it comes down to the dating world is knowing when someone genuinely likes me or if they're just lusting after me. Throughout my dating life, I've been able to kind of pick up on clues to know if I'm being misled or if someone is really trying to get to know me. Here are 4 ways to know if you're being led on. Communication is very important, especially when you're dating someone. And when you want to know if someone's misleading you, you really have to pay attention to how they communicate with you. Does the person that you're talking to show real interest in who you are, what you like, and what your goals are? When it comes down to communication and knowing if you're being misled, the way a person will communicate with you will be very low level. They really won't ask you questions or really get to know you on a more deeper level. Everything will be very much surface level. They will ask you basic things. What are you doing tonight? More so, they're just trying to, you know what I mean. They're just trying to sleep with you. But when a person genuinely likes you, they will actually ask you questions in ways that will help them get to know you and navigate who you are. Another thing you want to pay attention to in the communication world when you're dating someone and knowing if they're misleading you or not is how they communicate. So for example, do they text more or do they call you more? Because we know what it's like when we really like someone and we really want to talk to them. We more so want to hear their voice more than just read through text messages. They will also keep things very, how can I put it, nonchalant. I mean, they won't really care to meet up with you. They really won't care to know how you're feeling, how you're doing. Everything is just very slow. Communication is very important. And when you genuinely like someone, you really want to talk to them like every single day. And communicating with someone who is misleading you really won't look like that. They will just kind of string you along and talk to you 1 minute and then disappear and then pop up as if nothing really happened. 9 times out of 10, they're probably entertaining other people, but you really want to pay attention to that, especially if things don't change over the next couple of days and a couple of weeks. We all know that actions speak louder than words, and it's very important to look at what someone is telling you versus what someone is showing you. And when someone is misleading you, they will definitely show you, okay? Now, you ever notice that maybe you're talking to someone and you say like, hey, like, what are you doing? Let's go hang out. And then they're like, yeah, I'm gonna let you know. Pay attention to that. Because someone who genuinely wants to get to know you, they want to spend time with you. They want to know what you're like outside. They want to know what you're like if you were to go out with them, if they were to like take you around their family, their friends. So someone who is misleading you, they really just want to see you when the time kind of calls for them to be intimate. You really want to pay attention to that, because someone who genuinely likes you, they want to be more than just intimate with you. They really want to know what it's like to vibe with you. And if someone is not taking the time to vibe with you, then you really know that they're probably just leading you on. If they only want to vibe with you on one level, which is more on a intimacy level and not more of a, hey, I want to get to know you, I want to take you out to dinner, I want to get you dressed up, I want to take you around, I want to show you off, then 9 times out of 10, they just kind of want you for just one thing. A lot of people who mislead you will also give off hot and cold energy. It's really kind of hard to read them. You don't know if this is something serious to them or if this is just something that they're just doing on their leisure. Because one thing that you don't want to get caught up in is people kind of just using you as a filler until they kind of meet the person that they really want. And so they will kind of string you along to kind of like fill up space, kind of give them something to do, to have someone that they can at least turn to whenever they have certain call-ins or certain needs for things. I mean, sometimes we kind of know these things, right? We call them red flags and we ignore them. We should not ignore them, okay? Because you're in the process of misleading yourself if this person is clearly showing you these signs and you're just straight up ignoring them, hoping that over time they will eventually like you. It's not going to happen. And you have to be able to take a step back and put yourself first and put your emotions first and say, you know what, this is not for me. Is this aligning with what I want? Is it aligning with what it is that I'm truly seeking? If you're a people pleaser, it's really difficult, right? Because you sit here and you're trying to just understand. You're trying to make sense of something and you're trying to force something to happen. And in that process, you lose yourself. So when you're dealing with someone who is misleading you and then like one moment they're hot and then one minute they're cold, you have to take that as a clear sign of knowing that, hey, I don't think this person is really getting to know me and really seeing me as what I would like for this thing to be. So when you're dealing with someone who's hot and cold, it's really important for you to take a step back and be like, you know what, I can't kind of deal with someone who 1 minute I feel like they with me and the next minute they kind of show me that they not, or they show me that I'm just not the type of person that they need. You want to pay attention to that, because someone who really likes you and really trying to take the time to get to know you, they're going to be head on. They're going to be one temperature. There's no hot and cold with them. And if they do feel a little cold feet, they're going to address it. They're going to speak to you about it because they want to know how you feel, because they want things to evolve. They want things to grow. Whereas a person who's going to mislead you, they don't want things to grow. Okay? They're not going to really care about how you feel. And if you continue to allow these things, they're just going to look at you as a pushover. And more importantly, you're going to find yourself getting hurt because you put these expectations on a situation without fully seeing things for what it is. So like I said before, you get so caught up in trying to prove how great you are as a person, how great you are as a partner, that you kind of miss out on these clear signs that's telling you that this person is really not on your level. And that's what we call a karmic relationship. Okay, and you have to know when to back away from your karmic relationships. More importantly, the last thing a person that's misleading you, they will make you feel as if you're not beautiful. And that kind of falls into like your self-esteem. You start to develop self-esteem issues. And it's more so your spirit telling you that this is just not for you. Okay? And you can't get into this box of where you lose yourself and you lose your self-confidence because you have these expectations and this person is not meeting them because you feel like you can change them, but you can't change anyone. And when a person is misleading you, they will see that and they can actually suck that away from you. And so that feeling of that energy being pulled and being pulled away, and then you're feeling as if you have absolutely nothing, it's because you're giving too much energy to this person. And that causes you to lose that self-esteem. And let me tell you something. A person that genuinely likes you will not have you out here second guessing your confidence. You gotta love yourself. And in order for you to have the type of relationship that you truly want, you have to be 100% with yourself. You can't walk into a relationship with someone expecting for that person to bring that 50% to you or that 75% to you. You have to be 100%. And that person has to be 100%. And that's the only way that you'll be able to have things to really grow and have things to look forward to when you're dating. So that's how you would know if someone is leading you on, okay? Pay attention to their communication. Pay attention to their actions. And more importantly, pay attention to their emotions. Make sure that they're emotionally available to you. Make sure they're emotionally available for your needs. This dating world is crazy. And you want to make sure that you're handling it the proper way. And more importantly, you want to make sure you know how to navigate it properly. I'm Melissa Sherrill, and that is how to know if someone is leading you on.